You're lying on the operating table. Everything looks fine until suddenly, beep! That sound, the one that leaves no doubt. The heart has stopped. The body is done. But something else isn't. You feel strangely light, like gravity just let go. And then you realize you're watching from above. You're watching the doctors work on you. You see everything, even though your eyes are closed, even though you're supposed to be gone. It's called an out-of-body experience, and thousands of people say it's real. Not a dream, not a trick. A moment of pure awareness from outside the body. Some say it's just a hallucination, the brain's last trick before it shuts down. But hundreds have described the exact same dream, including patients documented by Dr. Raymond Moody, who published their stories in his best-selling 1975 book, Life After Life. The people Moody documented all described the same thing: floating, silence, looking down at themselves from somewhere else. They described things no one expected them to know: numbers printed on the tops of machines, private conversations happening behind closed doors, little details they couldn't possibly see unless they were looking from above. Is it a glitch or a feature we were never meant to discover? And what if the moment comes when you find yourself floating above your own body and you have to choose, go back or keep going? Maybe we are more than just a body. Maybe, or false awakening, the dream that won't let go. You wake up, you get out of bed, you brush your teeth, you open the fridge, the milk is gone again, and then you wake up. Weird. Okay, same morning, deja vu vibes. You brush your teeth again, you open the fridge, the milk is back. Nice. And then you wake up again. Welcome to the false awakening glitch, the dream that pretends to be real life and then won't let you out. It's like Inception, but with worse lighting and way more milk. You dream about waking up, but you're still dreaming. And sometimes it happens over and over. Wake up, repeat, lose your mind. It's a real phenomenon, studied in sleep labs, linked to REM sleep, lucid dreaming, and sleep paralysis. Your brain loads the wake-up scene too early, like reality starts buffering, but you hit play before it finishes. People report entire fake mornings, eating, working, taking a bath, and then boom, they're back in bed. And the scariest part? You don't know what's real until it ends. Some scientists think it's your brain testing reality, like a rehearsal before you log in. Others think it's a REM loop that glitches out, and you get stuck in a morning loading screen. Glitch theory? Maybe you never woke up. Maybe this right now is dream number 5, and your brain's just hoping you don't notice. False awakening. The dream says you're awake, and you brushing your teeth for the 7th time. Phantom vibration. Your pocket is lying again. You feel it, a buzz on your leg, the unmistakable vibration of a message. You reach for your phone, but there's nothing there. No text, no notification, no phone. It's on your desk, and you're not even wearing pants. Welcome to the phantom vibration glitch, where your nervous system goes, hey, I thought we were popular. Science calls it a tactile hallucination. Basically, your brain misfires, your body agrees, and your soul gets disappointed. It usually happens when you're expecting a message, or you're stressed, or your phone has basically become a second limb. You check your phone so much, your leg starts doing it for you. Some people feel it 5 to 10 times a day. Doctors used to think it was anxiety. Now they're not sure if it's that or just modern reality lagging. Some compare it to phantom limb syndrome, where people feel sensations in limbs that are no longer there. Either way, it's not considered a mental disorder yet. The time slip glitch, when reality hits fast forward without asking. You check the clock, it's 2:42 p.m. You blink, now it's 3:17. Your sandwich is half eaten, your laptop's open. You have no memory of making that sandwich. Welcome to the time slip glitch, when your brain hits fast forward and skips the entire boring cutscene of your own afternoon. No nap, no blackout, no UFO abduction. That you remember, just a mystery gap. and yogurt in the sink that wasn't there before. Science calls it dissociative time distortion. We call it, where did the last 35 minutes go? It usually happens when you're overtired or you're bored doing laundry or your soul just quietly gave up. And when you come back, you're either holding scissors, standing by the fridge, or next to a pile of neatly ironed laundry. Some say it's stress, others say it's a micro nap, or maybe you just lived 35 minutes in Universe B where you were holding a banana. Now you're back here with your coffee. Time slip. You didn't black out, you didn't time travel, you just got skipped like a YouTube ad your brain didn't want to watch. Exploding head syndrome, when your brain jump scare itself. You're almost asleep, the bed is warm, your body is melting into the mattress. And then bang, a loud sound blasts through your head. No one else hears it, there's no sound in the room, just your brain pulling a prank on itself. This is called exploding head syndrome, a harmless but dramatic glitch in your sleep system. It's not a dream, it's not a hallucination, it's your auditory neurons firing at the wrong time, right as you fall asleep. Some people hear gunshots, crashes, booms, or, and I swear this is real, a cat playing a trumpet. Dr. Brian Sharpless started studying exploding head syndrome in the early 2000s at Washington State University. He found it surprisingly common. Up to 1 in 10 people have experienced it. It's scary, but harmless. No damage, just a loud brain fart with 0 consequences. Your brain's way of saying who needs sleep when we could have surprise thunder. Alien hand syndrome. Your hand has a mind of its own. You're sitting on the couch, totally normal evening, watching TV, one hand's on remote control, the other one suddenly slaps you in the face. Not a twitch, not an accident. It deliberately smacked you. You didn't move it, you didn't even think it, but your body said, yeah, we're doing this. Congratulations. You may have just met your new roommate, alien hand syndrome. It's a real documented neurological disorder where one of your hands acts completely on its own. No input, no permission, just straight up autopilot villain mode. One study in The Lancet describes patients whose hands unbuttoned their shirts while they were trying to button them. Another patient tried to drink coffee while the alien hand poured it from the mug onto the floor. One woman literally watched her hand punch herself in the face because it didn't want to brush her hair. It's been observed in stroke patients and people who have had split brain surgery. According to scientists, it happens when the connection between the left and right hemispheres of your brain breaks down. Normally, those two sides share information like best friends. But in alien hand syndrome, they stop talking. And suddenly, your hand starts freelancing. So, half your brain is like, open the fridge. The other half is like, why are we holding a knife? Glitch theory, what if the system didn't crash, it just glitched? A corrupted file. One line of code running the wrong hand. Is it a brain malfunction, a split in identity, or the terrifying possibility that not every part of you is actually you? Capgras Syndrome, when reality forgets to sync. You come home, your mom opens the door, she smiles, says your name exactly the way she always does. And you think, who the hell are you? She looks like your mom, she talks like your mom, she remembers your childhood dog from 2006. But deep down something screams, that's not her. If that's ever happened to you, even once, congrats. You've experienced Capgras Syndrome, or as I like to call it, Among Us, but in real life. Science says it's a neurological disorder. Your brain recognizes the face but doesn't send the feeling. No warmth, no connection, just this is a clone. It's like opening a familiar file and the system says incompatible version. Now imagine it's not just your mom, it's your partner, your coworkers, or your own reflection in the mirror. Most people say, yep, that's a brain issue. But what if you're not the problem? What if the world changed? Maybe reality updated, maybe everything around you got quietly patched, but your download failed. Now you're stuck in a version where everything looks right, but nothing feels right. Capgras is considered rare, but maybe that's just because people don't talk about it. Maybe they just quietly adapt to this off-brand version of reality. Maybe it's not a syndrome. Maybe you just missed the sync. The object swap bug, when reality misplaces your stuff. You put your keys on the table. You know you did. You even remember the little sound they made. Then you blink and they're gone. Not lost in a pile gone, not under the cat gone, just gone. So begins the ritual of madness. You search the couch, the floor, the sink, the fridge, because sure, maybe you put them next to the pickles. Nothing. You check the same places again, slower, angrier, like volume and rage will improve your vision. And then, like magic, there they are, on the table, exactly where you swore they weren't, exactly where you already looked, 3 times. Welcome to the object swap bug, a fun little feature where reality goes, oops, my bad, and gaslights you in HD. Science calls it inattentional blindness. You didn't see the object, so it wasn't really there. Cool theory, except explain why people find their phone in the freezer, or their TV remote inside their shoe, or their left shoe inside their right shoe. Some think these are mini glitches. Items fall through the map, like in video games, then reappear when the code catches up. Others say it's a timeline thing. You checked for the keys in timeline A, but they existed in timeline B. Now you're synced. Congrats. Or maybe objects only exist when you're looking at them, and everything else is on power saving mode, because rendering reality is expensive, man.